hi, nurse. NER, nurse. Okay, yeah, it's me, Ren, and I just right after editing the video and I found out actually it's really long. It's like in total it's like 1 hour and 22 minutes. It's pretty long, and so then I think I will just cut into three parts. So I will just do a little bit like talk about it like what I saw is like Newstapa and in the Newstapa what they talk about it, and actually there's a lot of things and they are mixing everything. They are talking about, they are keep on like emphasize on onto only Japan's, and they are saying the Japanese are sucks, and they are talking about like our church, and they are linking us to the church Japanese situation. They are totally two different things but linked together. They are not, they are like the gambling stuff and the and also like the other like the pods that we are having in the training center. They're mixing everything together, really sucks. And so then like I just talk about it into three parts. Yeah, and that's of it. And yeah, thank you so much for looking me, and yeah, please watch it.
A large sign on one side of the dormitory read, Ancestor Member Blessing Reception.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Like,
Donations are made. There are many different types. Ancestor membership.
yeah, so this is what I already explained about ancestor liberation and blessing registration form. We have 430 generations that we are clearly that we are recommend to liberate, and somehow like because you as a blessed family, and somehow you need to liberate your ancestor because of your own fault, and you can't really set up the condition, and we will try to make it quick. So with the minimum amount of money, we do the ancestor liberation. So even the highest, I would say, yeah, is the group one, and even the group one, 120 USD for 7 generation. Bro, what you are bragging about? Like in outside, last time I already show, and is that they are chasing away one spirit, and they're already like using up like at least like 1,000 USD, thousand of it, just to chase out one, and they might come back, and you cannot blame them because the spirit is like still sticking onto you, and you have the energy. And we are liberating like 430 generations, and we have a lot of like testimonies saying that it is really working with their family economic, with their family like relationship, husband and wife, parent and children relationship, and also like how they treating with each other, and how they at first is much more like an enemy. After that, after liberating the ancestors, bless the ancestor help them even on economically. We have a lot of this, and you don't talk about it. You had already joined the night vigil. You had heard about our testimony. You choose to not talk about it. Shame on you. Shame on you. Your ears is open and not open at the same time.
Donations, asking for forgiveness for the ancestors' sins. Ancestor blessing donation.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is collateral liberation and collateral blessing. So I would say the current translation is accurate. Why? Because they have already go to the current office, and they took the name, copy the name, and they just find it, and they just like, oh yeah, it's the same one. So we put together, and so the Newstapa, they think that they are reporting news accurately. No, they are doing false one again. So collateral liberation and collateral blessing, just for your information, is after you done your ancestor liberation and blessing, and you have some specific people or like outsiders. When we say outsiders, is something like it's not directly have lineage or like connection with you, and so then because you're liberating someone else, so it's kind of different. So in this way, we are looking at different perspective, so we need to like help it, and that's why this is after the ancestor, only ancestor after the ancestor. If you don't doing it, it's okay. And like everything in it, we are using the word offering. Why we use the word offering? Because it's your choice. In the end, it's your choice. If you don't do it, it's okay. It's your choice. Maybe your descendants still like one day like, oh, maybe I want to do it by myself. Who knows? And they will just do it. They'll just give the money. And in that sense, until that time, maybe you are in the spiritual world and you're just seeing all this and you're like, oh yeah, I should do it that time, but it's okay. At least my descendant already did it for me. And maybe you as a parent, you might just think that, oh, it's better for me to pay the debts instead of them. But yeah, just in this sense, we are using the word offering. We are not saying that it is compulsory for you to do this, or else you need to get out from the Unification Church, or like putting a gun onto your head, or saying that and saying that, oh, you need to do this. No, we never do that.
Asking for blessings for ancestors. Single spirit donations, asking for the souls of the deceased to marry.
Wait, what they say? Soul of deceased to marry? We never say someone like single spirit as this way. They are making us sounds like we are collecting people's pitiful money. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Single spirit blessing is the branch away from the collateral marriage and blessing, but because they are single, so they need to be matched up. So that's why we say single spirit blessing, and it's only happen once a year. Yeah, and only during great works. And we never say that they are the disease spirits. No, they are just like humans, like me and you. They was a human. They were uh, they were like just going all around like us, having a life and die early, or maybe much more later. But what I saw, usually when they do the registration, they die early. And what you gonna do? You're not pitiful unto them. You such a hypocrite when you're just putting up this kind of terms. I would just say, oh my god,
Medical free blessing donations, praying for blessings before death.
wrong, wrong. Medical angel, medical angel is that you asking for prayer because maybe your family member or like yourself is having surgery or something like a serious we say medication or disease at that time, and so then you are asking for prayer. And every time our office will just send the prayer as quick as possible right after we receive the prayer request every day. The proclamation request is the same. The proclamation is not saying that, oh, we're asking angels to helping us, but we are saying that please our ancestor and the angels as well, whatever, but mainly your ancestor. Angels is actually secondary. Mainly your ancestor to get ready to prepare a road so for you can go to a spiritual world. A lot of people don't really understand like the spiritual world. After that, I was just gonna just talk about a few books. If you know the surrender experiment, the experiment of surrender, I forgot the name, but there's something like this. It's talking about how he met spirits in terms like godlike, and something like an energy that controls the earth that we cannot see in our reality life. It's not talking about cyber. We are talking about spirits. And if you think that you already know everything, sorry, I don't think you know anything. Well, you know, people having the most confidence when they know nothing. After that, they know a little bit, they gain more confidence because they think everything is easy. After that, the more they learn, the more they found they are dumb. That's it. And what I feel about this news, well, you see, just only like 2 minutes I already talked so long and to explain so many things just because of it.
At the entrance to Cheonsamwin, another space in the Chongpyeong Training Center, there are gold and silver envelopes lined up with the title, Heavenly Fortune Inheritance Hyojong Bong Wanseo, Inheritance of Heavenly Fortune of Reverend Sun Myung Moon.
They were directly read Samuel Moon. I don't remember, but yeah, the wish paper. Another things. So many testimony will always just happening, but a lot of people like too many things for us to explain. That's why I think like the elders like not really trying to explain anything to outside, but still we need to do it. Yeah. So wish paper is basically is writing a wish and you are doing the offering as well. The same thing. You are doing the offering, you are writing your wish. At the same time, you're doing your own condition. We never say that you just offer a wish paper and that's it. No, no. And what is the function for the wish paper? It's kind of different from the central evil spirits that we talk in the collateral liberation. Central evil spirits is that we only focus on to your specific body parts, and so then you're trying to liberate the spirits directly. That's so powerful. But after you liberate the spirit directly, your body, your spiritual body, actually left a hole inside there. And so then when you are trying to do it in the society life, or we say in your usual life, it will be very difficult for you to focus in your daily life because you feel drained, and you might just fall into the same like habits, the bad habits that you did in the past, and you just, because I already say spirits connects you through emotion, and so then the spirits just connect to you, attach back to you, maybe another spirits that having the similar characteristics attach onto you, and you will become like again frustrated. So that's why we have a training center. So when members, when they just pull away the central evil spirits, and so then they can heal themselves quickly. They can heal themselves. They can focus on onto themselves. They have time to read the, we say, the holy scripture, or like God's words. We just call it God's words. To be honest, we will just say you are doing hundoke. Hundoke is like a term in our unification is like when you're just reading the holy words. Yeah, itself. And yeah, that's the central evil spirit liberation. And the wish paper, the gold and silver, like they're same thing but different energy, different power. So basically gold is the most powerful than to the silver. What they do, it numb the central evil spirits. Like when you're writing that, okay, I think like my kids is having like hard time focusing on to their study, and so then I want to do it through like the wish paper, and you just write it on the wish paper, you write about your wish, you do your donation, you do your condition. That's all. Same. So you numb the evil spirit, and you only numb it. So in short time you will feel that you already healed. But during this period of time, you need to like really like focusing on to like liberations and trying to like doing like all kinds of like your offering your conditions, and so then you can liberate all these spirits one by one, layer by layer, until the core, until the core. Yeah, that is how you do, like while you're doing the wish paper. But still, you are always not only doing it like only in one thing, and you are not like only needs, like you are not always need to rely onto this thing. But if you want to, we welcome. If you don't, it's okay, you can just come here and give the workshop fee, and then you will just have the Chanyang section, and it's okay, we are totally fine with it. Again, I say it's a faith. Is when we say that we are a religion, it means that people need to choose by their own. We cannot force anyone, cannot force them by chasing away from our church. We cannot try to say that you will go to hell. I know some leaders did it, but we cannot say that, to be honest. You can say that, okay, I'm telling you the truth. That what happened, from what I know, that it will just cause you like misfortune. And I think this is the reason. And when the doctors always just telling like to the patients that, oh, they're having problems, they are not happy, same thing. But then for the smart, the wise patient, they will just receive it and they will just try. Unless they try everything and still nothing works, they can just sue the hospital. They can sue the doctor. But before that, if they try nothing and they're ready just give up by themselves, we have nothing to do. Your choice. Your free choice. Even in divine principle, our most basic fundamental teaching, we already talk about free will. I have no idea why the news always like portraying us as something that control manipulating members. Such a shame.
The gold envelope is worth about 100,000 won, and the silver envelope is worth 50,000 won.
Yeah. Again, I'll say that's kinda cheap. If you are consider like the most of the religious like the the rate the society like the rate that they are giving, this is considered cheap.
Upon entering the Cheonsamwin prayer room, you will see a foundation with a portrait of Sun Myung Moon and an offering box in front of it.
So beside of Samyamun, we also have Hak Jahan, which is true mother beside true father, and beside on the right true parents photo like the right hand side of them, which is from our point of view is the left hand side. We have the Hung Jinnim and Hyo Jinnim, Hung and Hyung. No, Hung and Hyo Jinnim, and the other side is Demonim, which is true mother's mother. Like you see the picture put in this way, and you notice that one is bigger and the other two and three are much more smaller. Why? Because true parents and the dedicated person in the spiritual world. And a lot of people misunderstood. When we put true parents photo as big as we could, and people say that we are worshiping them as God. No. I need to try to emphasize again. True parents are not God themselves, but they are the embodiment that can make God experience together, unite together, and that's why we're putting them as our example. Actually, true parents say it. Every single of the blessed family needs to become true parents in the future. In your future, you need to become your true parents. You are the true parents in your family. You are the true parents in your society. You are the true parents in your neighborhood. And you are the true parents for your descendants, for your children, for your church, for your community, for your race, for your nation. You need to try to help as much people as we could in this sense. It's not that oh yeah we just true parents and yeah that's it, people only worshiping onto us. No, not like that.
A pile of documents titled Medical Angel Request Form is piled up. It states that if you submit a request form to Cheonsamwin before surgery, the surgery will proceed with the cooperation of a medical angel. They also
Okay,
collect
thank you. Like this part is correct.
offerings.
No, this part we don't ask offering for the medical angel. This part I need to be clear, or else people just think that everything is about money. No, this part doesn't really require money. We doesn't require any offering for that.
A Japanese believer testifies that she sold a gold necklace given to her by her mother to raise the offering. She heard a voice.
Okay, this is one of the testimony like how the Japanese member like doing all her jobs, and I mean for her faith, and she just do all her sacrifice. Sometimes I really questioning like when we talked about the story, because always when the Asian people heard about gold, and we just think that oh maybe in their home they only have the only gold right there. And but sometimes I will tell you uh for some leader, when they are doing the report, they will just only choose the specific part. So even though maybe they are rich, they will just talk about oh so I saw one of the goal, and so then I have the money, so I gain the money, and so then I do the liberation. And after like being like from the leaders, and they're just gonna sounds like, oh, they are poor and they sold their goal, and so then they have the money for liberation, which I think part of it our church leaders fault, because a lot of time they just want to make up a story in Chunchiwan, and I can understand it. But I mean, this part of the story you didn't try to understand more, right? As a news reporter, you're sitting like in a in front of us. Oh yeah, and I want to say you are definitely a foreigner for sure, and I have no idea like why you want to like just doing all this. You're doing out of hate. I will just see that. I'm much more like, wow, bro, you are doing a lot of misleading informations. And why? Do you feel good with that? Or because that, oh, you just taking all the informations and you never think about the editor will just do this. And right now you are feeling a lot of guilty because you have a lot of words that you cannot speak about yourself. I wonder, I'm curious. I hope that one day you can just come out and just say, but probably you already signed something and that you will just shut your mouth and you're just taking part of the money and you just enjoy by yourself. I don't know. I don't really feel good for you, to be honest. Like, I don't feel good, even though I have money, but with guilty.
Saying she wanted to donate 3 pages of the bond
End
book.
of. Hi guys, thank you for watching it here. So this end of this part, and yeah, I hope you can just continue watch the next episode. And if you miss first and second episode, like the previous episode, yeah, you can just go back and watch again. Yeah, no worry, just take your time, understand everything. It's much more better. Yeah, thanks.